So, do your video shoots tend to look like this, where you've got a nicely, evenly lit back wall, nice and bright, but on your face, the shadows are kind of horrible? Well, wouldn't you really rather that your shoot looked like this, where things are a little more evened out and, maybe even some shadowing on one side of your face? But I can show you how to do this in like 5 minutes, but I have to warn you, it isn't completely free. Now, I do show you how to do this with a set of $10 lights from the hardware store in one of my other videos, but this is for one of those times when you have to get in and out really fast and look professional while you're doing it and have the outcome be professional also. So, in 10 seconds, I'm going to show... Oh no. Some bloggers heard me say this wasn't free. Look, I gotta go find a place to hide, but really, in 10 seconds, I'll show you how this is done. Hi, I'm Steve Washer with BrainyVideo.com, and today I'm going to show you this really cool lighting hack to make your lighting situations look absolutely wonderful, even when you're in a really tight space and you have almost no time to set up. So why am I showing you this great big box right now? Well, in order to get that kind of good lighting that I showed you before, normally you're going to need a box full of soft lights, and it'll take about an hour and a half to set everything up. Well, that's not really very good, and it's very, very expensive too. So what do? I mean, let's say you have a client who's willing to give you a really great testimonial, but you have to get in and out. I mean, you maybe have 30 minutes or an hour at the most. What are you going to do? Well, you certainly can't show up with a box like this, or it's going to look pretty intimidating. And besides, just trying to lug this thing around, you could slip a disc. However, you could walk in with a little kit like this. They might think that you're just on your way to the gym. And, maybe you could be. Because inside this bag is everything you need to make your shoot look really, really nice. So I'm going to show you the elements, and then you can decide if you want to get them for yourself. The first is this little lighting stand. This is the smallest lighting stand that's made by Lowell Lights. We're going to use all Lowell stuff today for this shoot. And basically, it just expands and goes pretty much as tall. It'll go as tall as you need it to go. And you probably don't need it to go all that tall because the person's probably going to be sitting in the first place. Very light, very small, very portable. The next thing that we need is our light itself. And this is the main expense right here. This is called the Lowell Pro Light. And I believe it retails for about $125. But you might be able to get it cheaper on eBay. Now, inside the light, there's two different kinds of lamps that it could use. The first lamp is a 125 watt lamp, and the second one is a 250 watt lamp. I would probably go for the 250 watt. It's just a couple dollars more. And because they are tungsten lamps, you only want to have them on when you're actually shooting because they're kind of expensive to replace. I think on the order of $25, something like that. Anyway, they attach very easily and very quickly to your stand, and that's it. And now for the piece that makes it all come together. And that's our little umbrella here. And it's a special little umbrella that is designed to slide into the light, just like this. So the light on the stand actually has a slot for the umbrella to go into. It goes in just like this and screws down just like this. And now we're basically ready to go. However, if you wanted to go one more step and make it ultra, ultra, ultra professional, and do that little trick that I showed you earlier, where I went from the, the horrible shadows to the more even light, you use one of these. And this is just a little dimmer, really a household dimmer that you can get for not a lot of bucks, but basically you'll need an adapter, just a little household adapter that'll go from a 3-prong to a 2-prong, because this is a 2-prong dimmer. So you plug one end into the dimmer and you plug the other end into your low light, and then the dimmer goes up and down, and so you can get the amount of light you want. It takes 2 seconds to set up. And that's pretty much all there is to this lighting hack, except for now setting it up in our actual shoot. So let's do that now. So here we are back on the set, and the lights all put back together again. And as you can see, it's just to the side of the camera facing the person. And of course the camera's facing the person. It's just to the side of the camera, not in back of it, not in front of it, so that we get just a little bit of shadow on one side of the face. It takes about, well, less than a minute to set up. And that's pretty much all there is to this professional lighting hack, but it will make your videos look so much better. And for more tips and tricks on how to make your videos look a whole lot better for your business, just check out our blog. And that's it for me for now. I'm Steve Washer with brainyvideo.com.